Hello, welcome to Java Programming Tutorials, Chapter 27, Part 1, Collections in Java, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. So in this session, we are going to learn about the collections in Java and the list of collection classes. So collections in Java is a framework that provides a design and pattern to store the group of objects. And keep in mind, when you have a collection and if you want to perform some operations in that collection, for example, it can be a search, sort, insert, manipulate and delete the things, and you can do it. And Java collections that provides that opportunities, or it provides that operations. Okay, we have these facilities provided in Java collections. You can search, sort, insert, manipulate and delete. And Java collection framework is built using major two components. One is using the interface and the other using the set of classes. So coming to the interfaces, we have a set, a list, Deque and queue, and classes we have ArrayList, LinkedList, Hashset and stack and queue. So these are the two components which are mainly necessary to build the Java collection framework. And now in this session we are going to learn about this class, that is ArrayList class. So the ArrayList class, it uses a dynamic array for storing the elements. It inherits AbstractList class and implements the list interface. Key points about ArrayList class: it can contain duplicate elements, it maintains insertion order, it is non-synchronized, it allows random access of elements because array works at the index basis. So these are the things present in the ArrayList class. Let me show you these methods how to work with, and I've taken the very important methods of the ArrayList class and the rest of them, and you can work on them, and it's very easy. And let me jump into Eclipse right now. Let me show you how to work with the ArrayList class. So you keep in mind, Java collection comprises of two things. It can be a generic collection and a non-generic collection. Okay, generic collection, non-generic collection was present in the earlier versions of 1.5, and above 1.5 we can get the generic collection also. So let me show you both, like how to create a generic collection of ArrayList and non-generic collection of ArrayList. So ArrayList AL is equal to new. Let me copy and paste just to save the time. ArrayList. And keep in mind, we're getting error right now because this is present in the library, like yeah, we have to import this java util.arraylist. Okay, and now this is the non-generic ArrayList class. And if you want to create a generic, then it's very simple: ArrayList string al2 is equal to new. Okay, this is how you'll create a generic ArrayList class. So right now let me make use of the generic one and let me show you a demo of it. Okay, now al2 dot, we have a add method to add the elements to it. So I'm going to add Sam. Similarly, you can add multiple things to it, but it should be of string type because we are using a generic, telling like our collection should be of a string only. Demo. So now I have a collection. If I need to iterate the collection, I have two options in Java collection. We can use the iterator interface, or else we can make use of the for each loop. First let me show you using the iterator interface. Iterator itr is equal to the collection al dot al2 dot iterator. So now I'm getting error here. Okay, I've tell the type to that. So now once I have that, I'll make use of while loop, while itr2 dot as next. If the collection is having next element, what it has to do, I'm telling right now. System dot out dot println, I'm going to tell itr dot next. So now when I run the collection, you can observe very clearly it's going to print Sam and demo. Okay, this is one way of iterating the collection with the help of iterator interface. Apart from that, we can make use of the for each loop also. What I can tell here is for, tell the type of the collection, string obj colon that al. So now that obj will be having every element present in it, it's al2. So I can tell like system dot out println bj. This is using the for each loop. So now when I run the program, I'm going to get the same output again, Sam and demo. So we learned like how to iterate the collection. There are two ways. One is Iterator Interface and the other one using the for loop, for each loop. Okay, and now let me show you the other method, that is addAll. So if you want to join the two collections, then we can make use of addAll. So it is a, okay, let me make it as al. Okay, it's al. Brandon and Nut. So now what I need to do is I need to tell al2 dot addAll, the collection name is al. So this is what the addAll does. So you can observe very clearly we're having, oh, we need to iterate this one, al2, sorry for that. So now when I run the program, you can observe very clearly this collection is joined to al2 with the help of this addAll method. Okay, now we have something called clear. Clears all the elements in the collection. So what it does exactly is, let me remove this. So system dot println al. Okay, let me check the size of it first. Yes, next al dot al dot clear. So here you can observe very clearly when I print the size, I'm calling the size printing 2, but when I use a clear method, it's going to clear everything. Now the count of the collection will become 0. Okay, I hope you understood this very clearly. So now we have something called trim to size. Trims the capacity of this ArrayList instance to be the list current size. So let me tell you like how to work with that. It's very simple. So now what I'll do is, suppose if I specify the size of the collection here as 10. Okay, now I'm storing only 2 elements here. So now what I'll do is I'll call al dot trim to size method. So now when I use for string object and that collection al system dot out println. So now what I can tell here is I can tell obj. Now when I run the application, it's going to print Sam and Delho. But what's the specialty of using the trim to size? You can observe very clearly the size of the collection is 10, but I'm storing only 2. So if I don't use method, what happens is to this ArrayList collection in the memory, this much of size where it can hold the 10, okay, that much of size will be allocated. Okay, and now I'm storing only 2, so the rest 8 elements I'm not storing, so that size also will be allocated and it will be left free. Okay, which we are killing the memory. But what happens is when I use trim to size, if I specify the size of the collection is 10, but it's going to add these 2 elements, and when it comes to this method, what happens here is internally it changes, it trims the size of the array to only 2 because we have only 2 here. Okay, this is what the advantage of using the trim to size, but we can't see it. But in the memory allocation, now the size will be allocated only to the 2 elements, not to the rest 8. So this is what about the trim to sizes. So what I have done here, what I'm trying to tell you in this session is I'm trying to tell you what ArrayList class and what are the important methods present here. And if you want to still explore more about the methods, you can refer to the Oracle site, where you'll get the complete details of the documentation, where you have the complete list of methods. But what I'm trying to explain in this session is the very important methods which we regularly use in the ArrayList class. Okay, so finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. Further reference, refer website. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.